You want answers?
Boss Cowboy.
You can't handle the truth.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind.
Need the cash pronto. Throw interception like Romo.
Boss Cowboy.
You want answers?
Where your voice matters.
Run it up, run it up.
You can't handle the truth.
Run it up, run it up.
Remember to like and subscribe.
All right, man. We continue in our series. We got one of the best. What's your intro, big dog?
Lord Brunson, back at you with the back at you. I am the best reporting on the Eagles.
There it is. There it is. And listen, now this is gonna be a dope one, man. So obviously, we two people that on teams that really hate each other, but I don't hate Lord. I really don't. Lord done helped me get big bags, you know. So, you know, and we know when to come together and kind of put certain things aside. This is a time we doing that. We go talk about people that I want to learn about, and then we go talk about people that on what the Eagles are doing, and we go put this thing together like some real men. So, OG, the nation is really going through a war over here in Dallas Cowboy world. So we got Parker, and then we got Gannon. You know, so Parker is hot. He extremely hot. I want to kind of play a clip and then kind of talk it through real quick. Here we go.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
You gonna have a buddy on your hip all damn day.
Ooh, he died. He died.
Wait, hold on real quick. So first of all, one thing that I noticed about Parker is the fact that he was talking shit to AJ. What kind of man is this, bro?
Parker is. It's hard to describe Parker. He young. He's vibrant, and he got energy, man. He's a real energetic type of guy. A guy who's going to tell the offensive side of the ball, like, listen, man, y'all better be prepared for a battle because I got my guys ready to go to war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Parker is just he's like a player on the field that ain't on the field, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like guys to run through a brick wall for him, you know, and how many defensive back coaches going to run up to CD Lamb and tell him he better be ready in practice? Right.
Yeah. So, and see, he buzzing. He not just buzzing to Dallas. Mm-hmm. He buzzing to a bunch of teams right now. So it's a lot of people that's seeming like they have high aspirations for Parker. Now, I'm not here to kiss Parker ass. That's not what I'm doing. I want to learn Parker.
Right.
The thing that I'm concerned about when I've been looking at different candidates is he's a back end guy and he's a corner guy. And he was a passing game coordinator. Do you get a sense that he could actually be the whole guy, the DC guy, where he's actually talking front end?
You know, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, mainly in part because he's never done it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's never did it. He's never been the front end guy. He's never did both sides or every position and had to know where everybody had to go. I like Parker for what he's able to do, but most of Parker's resume, in my opinion, is largely based off of guys that we already know is going to be good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
because see,
Patrick Surtain we knew he was going to be good.
Yeah,
who ain't know he was going to be a Pro Bowl level guy, not defensive player of the year type of guy, but we knew he was going to be a serviceable, good guy in the league. Quinyon Mitchell.
I did. I'm gonna be honest, Lord. I had concerns about his long speed coming out.
You did?
That was it. Though. It was just his long speed. Technique wise, everybody knew Surtain technically was dope. But I was always concerned about him translating because I saw long speed issues from my looking at him at Bama. Mm-hmm. But then being defensive player of the year, it made me say, and I did ask this question. Is it Parker coaching or is it Surtain the guy?
That's also a percentage thing as well, because so most technical guys probably ain't the fastest anyway. Like I don't really think you know what I mean? I don't really think that Gilbert what's his name? Y'all had him over there. Defensive player of the year, the last cornerback to win it, I think, outside of Patrick Surtain.
Are you talking about Diggs?
Gilmore.
Oh, Gilmore. Oh, yeah. Gilmore.
So when Gilmore was in his prime, he wasn't like the fastest guy, but he was extremely technically sound.
Right.
Quinyon Mitchell is extremely, and I mean extremely technically sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? These are guys we already knew was going to be good. I was beating the table, boss, for Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
I was on an island.
Yeah.
Everybody like, go get Kool-Aid, go do this, do that in the third. I'm like, Cooper DeJean is the guy. So I already knew that Cooper DeJean was going to be the guy.
Right.
So where the big question marks for me with Parker is, if I was on your end of it, would be, why aren't the guys behind the Quinyon Mitchells and Cooper DeJeans showing that they've developed? Jacorian Bennett was trash. Keely Ringo's been trash. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Why hasn't Christian? Why under the tutelage of Christian Parker hasn't these guys gotten any better?
Right. And so let me echo what you're saying a little bit and get your insight on it. So, like, for instance, Al Harris has to get credit for playing a fifth rounder. Al Harris has to get credit for Nashawn Wright, because those are late round guys that then developed into beasts under his coaching. To your point. So right. That's why I didn't know if I needed to be brought down to earth. You see what I'm saying? Is it because is it the guys that you drafted? Do we give Howard that credit, or do you give Parker that credit? And I'm under the belief of this: when you continue to make all pros, it's you. But then I gotta also look at it, but also what happened to the other guys, like you said. What's your thoughts?
So I will say this to give Christian Parker a little more credit. It may seem like I'm down on him. That's not the case. Yeah, it is hard to have a rookie outside corner and a rookie slot corner play to the level that these guys have played.
Right. Not because
it's a learning curve. No matter how you want to cut it. And
right.
You need a good coach to help you get through that. Both of these guys made the All Pro this year.
Right. All Pro.
First team All Pro.
First team All Pro. And see, like during game week, I would never say this to you. Never during game, but I never say this during game week. But y'all, them balls was dope. Real dope. Like, yeah, during game week, I act like I don't see them. You know how we do. You know what I mean?
So the wall that's being pulled over everybody's eyes on Twitter, everybody beating the table for Christian Parker. But these the same guys that was saying, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, they be getting burnt. They really know ball over there. They know why they want Christian Parker, because they need corners over there. Yeah. And it's a high chance that Christian Parker, if he's your defensive coordinator, he's going to know what corners to draft. Right. Now, that's an IQ thing that he's going to bring to the table. Right. You know what I mean? He's going to know what to look for. He knows elite corners. Right. Whether he got to train them up or whether they already got certain tools to get you guys, moving in the right direction at that position. But he knows the position. Right. You know what I mean? So you can't take that away from it.
I want to kind of continue then, and first I want to kind of show you kind of like I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna stick to the positive, because it's some stuff that's aggravating me on vocabulary. I'm gonna keep you out of that. I noticed something about him technically, and I want to get your insight on it, and then we go talk about Ganon. Check this out.
If he dies, he dies. He dies, he dies.
Stay your ass right where you line up.
If he dies, he dies
We
today.
gonna get after that.
But that's tripping me that he talking shit to AJ, bro.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You want to do a one-hand or two?
Now that's what killed me right there. You play ball. Right. I play ball. Coaches don't give you options on what you go do with your technique, bro. And the fact that he gave Quinyon Mitchell, listen.
You want to do a one-hand or two? You want to like you did an offhand, Joe?
Yeah, I start with 1 and 2 like back shot. Yeah.
He said, "You like that better?" And then he started coaching him. I was hearing that he does that. I was hearing that he customizes his coaching to your comfort, bro. Is that true?
Yeah, man. It's 100%. It's 100% true. He will give you options on what makes you comfortable. But I gotta keep pivoting back to this though, boss. Yeah, it's easy to do that with Quinyon Mitchell because he could do one hand or two.
Right? Yeah,
he can do one hand or two.
Yeah,
I'm interested. Like I ain't never seen no clip of him asking Keely Ringo because it's probably a different conversation. No, I need you to do one hand, Keely.
Right.
I need you to get right with this one hand before we work the two.
Right.
It's a different conversation with different guys. Like
right.
I could coach these guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, but I don't know, Brunson, because some people been pushing me back on that. Like, it was Howard that drafted. I was like, no, 40 is not a first rounder, bro. That's coaching too. You know, it's like, who do you give credit to? You know what I'm saying? Because see, them because especially when you back to back all pros, it sounds like to me this. If you give Parker the right pedigree, he go take him up. But if you give him trash, he can't. I don't want to call another player trash. If you give him average to bad, he can't just work water in the wine. And I don't think that's fair to any coach, to be honest.
I don't think it's fair to any coach either, but I will say this. Keely Ringo just has not been good technically for since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Everybody know about the hips, real stiff hips and stuff like that. He just hasn't been good, and he sometimes gets in his head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen better play from Jacorian Bennett than what he's displayed since being over here. He's played sound ball over there with the Raiders. So maybe it was the injury or stepping into a different role. The dude is going to be a DC somewhere this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the answers of the questions are going to be answered once he's coaching the whole entire unit.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and I'm not like Cowboy Nation. Cowboy Nation has fully anointed him. I think he almost raw chicken. Unless he can really show me that he has front end answers, I'm not like people that just get bought in because of the all pros. That let me know that you can coach corners. They don't let me know that you got a strategy for linebackers. They don't let me know that you know the fronts. They don't let me know that you know protections. Because when I was looking at Durante was like, I know all of that. I know that there's 8 different fronts, that you counter the front this way, and that you also got to know the protection so that you can know how to attack the protections. I'm not hearing that talk from Parker. That's why I asked you, do you have any kind of references of him having this overall defensive knowledge, not just back end knowledge?
No. All my reference points that I have Christian Parker since being in Philadelphia Eagle has him being a guy that specializes in defensive backs.
The back end, right? Okay.
He specialized in the back end of the defense. I know we're gonna talk about Ganon, but I got reference points of Ganon, making shit happen on all levels of the defense. If you want to be fair, I know Ganon is not a popular pick for you guys, but Gannon did have a top 10 defense with the Eagles when we went to the Super Bowl.
We gonna talk about that because I'm putting all kind of holes in him. But if you talk me into Gannon and you give me insight into Gannon, I'm willing to listen. I am, because he might end up being our DC, and if he our DC, we gonna have to work with him anyway. So summing up Parker, it sounds like me and you agree that he a little bit raw chicken.
He a little bit raw, in my opinion. And
that's why we doing these shows, Cowboy Nation, man. We doing these shows because we talking to people who lived it. And listen, Brunson is truly one of the best at covering them boys. Like, he one of them dudes who day in, day out, even at the military base, he was gonna give it to you. Whether he was at the car, it's gonna be on a daily basis. He gonna give you the daily what's going on. So he glued in to the Eagles like we super glued into these Cowboys. And I'm gonna give Philly fans some credit, because we supposed to always talk shit, but it's one thing I'm gonna give y'all credit for that I have a low-key jealousy of. I love the fact that y'all don't give a damn about holding anybody accountable quick.
We can't, because you got to think about it. The difference between us and you guys is that you guys had the early success, so you guys are more prone to giving guys leeway.
Yeah.
By us not having that early success and us just winning 2 Super Bowls within the last 9 years, we have been holding people accountable since before we even knew what winning the championship was all about for real. So I think that when you hold guys accountable, especially when you got a platform, I think it shows that you're going to be fair. And first and foremost, you got to be an Eagles or a Cowboys fan at the end of the day. Yes, I'm a supporter of the guys on the team, but I also know that I'm gonna be covering my squad when these guys retire.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to get the team
if
first.
they get traded this offseason, Lord Brunson's still gonna be here.
Right.
We got to talk about whoever's in this position. So it just behooves you as a content creator and as a fan to just hold people accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, I saw you test it.
Oh yeah.
I saw you test it. So it's one thing to be playing cards to guys, being in those inner circles, because you in inner circles with the players.
Yeah.
And you got to still turn around and say, hey, bro, you tripping.
Yep. And a lot of people won't do that because being friends and being in the inner circle with these guys, that means more to a lot of these people. But that don't really mean shit to me, man, because you got to do your job like I got to do my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to do your job like I got to do my job, and we got to keep it fair. And it's always respect. It's always me and AJ them bump heads 5-6 times, man.
Right. Yeah.
But if I need AJ or if he need me, he gonna send that message, and I'm gonna send that message. So
there it is.
You know what I mean?
To me, that's the way to be. And and I try to push Cowboy Nation to be aggressive, to say this is unacceptable. Because sometimes I get treated like the bad. But let's get to Gannon, man. Let's get to Gannon. So Gannon, I hate the ideal of Gannon. I'm talking about hate it. And the main reason I hate it, because I was remembering all the way when y'all was headed to the Super Bowl, how Philly, and we talked about accountability. That's what was shocking to me, that y'all was winning and going at Gannon. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we knew we knew ultimately that we were winning, but it wasn't sustainable. Kind of how like this year went for us. We were winning, but you seen how we were screaming Patullo, despite winning. We were screaming.
Yeah, y'all was. I saw it. Y'all was winning it on his head.
All year we like, he gotta go. This winning the division, all of that, we still like, he gotta go. You know what I mean? And that's what it ended up being. We knew that some things that Gannon was doing was gonna, kind of come back and bite us. And it reared this ugly head in the worst time possible, being in the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Chiefs didn't punt the entire second half. I think they only punted one time in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was a shootout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were just begging for a stop, but luckily we learned about our quarterback in that game, and we also learned about Jonathan Gannon in that game. But I will say this about Jonathan Gannon. I think y'all could be being a little too hard on him, because if you want to judge what he did over there with the Cardinals, that's one thing. But the guy can coach a defense. He could coach a defense. I'm telling you, boss, and what he specialized in, boss, hear me out. He specialized in that defensive line. He gonna make sure that you have a good enough defensive line to shield a bad back end. I think we set a record for sacks that year.
Y'all did.
With Jonathan Gannon. You know what I mean?
But I'm nervous, bro. Because see, let me tell you why I'm nervous, bro. Because first of all, me and you talked before this, and you wanted me to get Howie, dog. I'm not Howie. You wanted me to get Gannon, bro. I'm like, Lord, hell no.
But I wasn't. So I'm glad we did this show, because I wasn't being funny. If you choosing between Gannon and Christian Parker, you are at a pivotal point right now with your quarterback. What are you about to be, 34 or something like that?
Yeah.
You're at a pivotal point where you need experience. You cannot waste that type of money that y'all paying on these key players with a guy that could be raw chicken. You can't. Gannon is, from day one, this is what Gannon is going to do. Okay. He's going to install some semi-exotic stunts up front. He's going to free up Ezeraku. He's going to make sure that Quentin Williams commands a double team. What's his name? Kenny Clark. He's going to make sure Kenny Clark eat. He's going to draft more people on y'all going to draft defensive line if y'all get Gannon. And y'all might need that to further bolster your guys' defense right now. That might be the way to go. Having a rotation.
Because y'all did, because I'm like, I hate Gannon. I hate the thought of Gannon. But I also can't shoot holes in what you saying in terms of y'all was leading the league in sacks. Y'all was. Yeah. But I gotta ask you this question, man, because I'm trying to really look under the hood and make sure that this dude don't come in here with that bullshit. The thing that I couldn't stand also is y'all blitz rate was low, bro. Y'all didn't blitz at all in that Super Bowl.
Nope.
He also has a static defense now, which scares me, because the NFL to me is showing more disguise, and he seems to be behind in that. You know what I mean? So I agree with you that he has an eye for the trenches, but do we need you when we already got the trenches built? We need the back end built, bro.
That's
like, you see what I'm saying? Because I think honestly, Lord, bro, me and you could coach our front, the Dallas front. We got Clark and Quentin Williams, bro. Me and you could go coach that front, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, that's a good front. That's a solid front.
But I do like how you did make a point that y'all edges got up. Is he a guy that can get the edges going?
He's a guy that can definitely get the edges going. You got to think. Josh Sweat followed him, and Josh Sweat might have had like 13 sacks last year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was able to convince Josh Sweat to come over there and play with him for the Cardinals. I don't know who the other edges were over there, but he can get the edges going, man. And I see a Donovan Ezeraku who's still being molded.
Yeah, and he had a dope bag. He had a real dope bag.
Is crazy.
Yeah, his
bag is crazy.
And what scared me is that his bag got put up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he said, what happened to his bag? Right? Because we saw the bag coming out. But now you was a rookie in Dallas and you were just a bull rusher. Mm-hmm. To me, that screamed coaching. So you saying that possibly Gannon can unlock that? Yeah,
Gannon can definitely unlock those edges. You got to think now. He had Hassan Reddick. When Hassan Reddick came from
dope. Yeah, he's super
Hassan
dope.
Reddick bag been crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Hassan Reddick bag was on full display running behind who was it? Fletcher Cox. I think did we have like a really, really raw Milton Williams at that time? I can't remember. Yeah, we had like a really, really raw Milton Williams at that time. We had a good front, but it was bolstered by the abilities of guys like Hassan Reddick in the bag that he had. Hassan Reddick's job was to go out there and put your bag on display, not bull rush. You know what I mean? And I think he could do that for Ezeraku. Go put your bag on display. You know what I mean? You don't just got to be a bull rusher. Go out there and use every move that you can do. And I don't know why y'all did that to Ezeraku with having Quentin Williams and Clark. He should be out there looking like an and-one player with his bag.
Right. And see that to me, that's another topic that you just said, which is why I don't even like white cotton. Let me pause and do this real quick because this is I have to do this. This is the right thing to do. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Let me fix this. All right, here we go. Check this out, y'all. So that's my boy Paige, Lord Brunson. So anybody that's rocking with me, I gotta say this, man. If you like intel, if you want intel, right, about the Eagles, I don't follow Eagles media. I follow Lord Brunson. You know, when it's time to when it's time to learn what's going on with the Eagles, I never turn on their radio. Never. I just click it on him, and then I start learning, okay, they having issues with their offensive coordinator. Okay, they're having real issues with AJ, or it's not that big of a deal because you getting it. I always encourage people to follow independent media, because that's where you go get the real skinny. So I want to pause and say that before we kind of keep going real quick. So Parker or Gannon? For me? Yeah. Not for us. No, not for you. No.
Oh, if I'm y'all, I would. I'm not mad if you go Parker if I'm a Cowboys fan, but I welcome the experience of Gannon if I'm a Cowboys fan.
Wow.
So I don't think you go. I don't think you can go. First of all, I don't think you're gonna get Parker. I just don't think you.
Lord, man, I think you playing me, bro. I just feel like you playing me, bro.
I'm not, bro. Don't
because we talked before this. You told me Parker over Gannon, bro. We
not had these guys in the chat. I'm not playing with you.
Listen, man. I think you listen, bro. Listen, I know we. Don't try to talk us into no damn Gannon, bro.
I'm not trying to talk you.
You giving him his credit.
I'm trying to get you prepared into understanding that you might not get Christian Parker. No, seriously.
A guy that just on me, dog. I just smell it, dog. I can smell it.
Let me explain. I don't think you're gonna get Christian Parker because Christian Parker is legitimately, he got the stench of Eagle on him, and he know that's a bad look to go be a defensive coordinator for the Cowboys with all these other opportunities out here. I think it's a loyalty thing why you won't get Christian Parker, to be honest.
Wow.
I think it's a loyalty thing. If the Packers and the Cowboys give him the same offer, he's gonna go play with the Packers. You know what I mean? I think it's more of a loyalty thing. I'd be surprised if Christian Parker signed there. Gannon, he'll sign there. Gannon will sign there, but it might not be the end of the world. It might not be the end of the world.
I'm gonna be fair to Gannon on your front end. I'm gonna be because I don't care how much I don't like you, I can't be the person that's sniping you at something you've done well. And I got a super chat. He said, absolutely follow him. He helped me get my ribs down clutch.
Oh yeah, you cooked them ribs.
Hey, listen, y'all, listen. I can tell you this about Lord. I can tell you this about Lord. If you're an enemy to Lord, you go hate him.
Oh yeah.
But if you're a friend of Lord, you go love him. Cause he gonna help you, bro. Like real talk.
Yeah, I help anybody with anything.
Like I swear, bro.
We're on the opposite side of the fence.
Yeah, cause see, the first time me and Lord met, we butted heads, right? But then we talked football. We talked it out with Kelly Moore, and we got on the same page. And then right after that, as soon as we cut the stream, he started telling me how to get bags. That told me everything about him. He said, boss, did you talk to this sponsor? Did you talk to this sponsor? Yeah, they giving bags.
Yep.
And I was like, what? And he started boop, 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 boop. And let me tell you what else. Let me tell you why Lord dope for real, bro. I mean this. This is why you never see me and him beef on Twitter. I see him shooting at Cowboy fans all day. I'll never jump in. Cause I was minding my own damn business. And I got a damn text, a DM. Hey, Lord Brunson recommended you, man. He said your channel is dope. We throwing out this bag for a sponsor.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that, boss?
Yeah.
So we got the same agency, right?
Right.
They was new, right? And they hit me up. They like, listen, man, we see you making your rounds. You collab with a lot of people, this, that, and the third. We already got deals with you. Who do you think can benefit from, being a part of this agency in terms of sponsorships? So when you got that type of power, if you ain't solid, you could say, I'm not looking out for no other content. I'm only gonna look out for Eagles content creators.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people do stuff like that. I don't move like that, bro.
Nah.
I think you're dope, and I know that, you know what I mean, I could put you on with my agency and we can have the same agent and get these same bags. No, go boss, whatever. Because you want to know why I'm like that? Because Law did that for me.
Yeah, Law, solid as hell.
That's why I'm like that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like that. Law did that for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so you always got to pay it forward.
So it's one of those things. This is what, to me, I'm gonna say it like this. When it's time for us to play, obviously it's time to go back and forth and talk our shit, different like things like that, because that's game week. But we also, I'm talking about all of us as terms of fans, we got to know the difference between hating an individual and hating a team.
Right.
Because if you start hating individuals behind your team, you go miss opportunities, bro. Just keeping it real. You're gonna
miss opportunities because I can't hate y'all.
Yeah.
That's more content for me to talk about and for me to diagnose my team. I can't be mad at y'all.
Right.
Y'all can't be mad at me because y'all ain't make the playoffs.
Right.
It's just how it go. But I tell you what, nobody was able to say nothing to me after last year. It was silence.
What you mean?
When your team succeed, they won't tell you anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But you did, like, I'm gonna tell you, man, the crazy thing about these series is I'll be super low on somebody and then I get brought up. Like you brought Ganon up. I'm gonna be honest, you brought him up. You helped his stock. To me, if I'm being all the way honest, I really want to shoot him down. I don't want him in the building. I can't stand it. But I'm gonna be fair to his assets. But then it was people I was high on, they got shot down. So these are why we do these type of series. We do these type of series because it's gonna be a time Lord go say, hey bro, I want to know about Kelly Moore. You know what I mean? The next Kelly Moore that'll be coming from Dallas, that'll be their coach. And then I come over and I give my intel on it. And so we bringing great value together because now I can be more balanced in my analysis when I talk about Ganon because I got it from the inside. So you said you want to talk about some offense.
I do, man. We need an OC, man. It's three guys that I'm kind of looking at right now, man. If y'all been following me for a long time, y'all know I'm bad with names. If you don't play for the Eagles, it's a high chance I'm gonna forget your name. But I do want Dayball. I want Dayball. That's one of my picks. I want Dayball because of the familiarity that he got with Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? Coaching him at college and stuff like that. I think that Dayball was dealt a bad hand with quarterbacks. We did see Dayball with Josh Allen early on before he came to New York, so we know he's capable of calling the offense when the offense has a couple of pieces in place. Saquon Barkley's old head coach. I think Dayball being the Eagles offensive coordinator just makes a lot of sense on that front. Now, when the Bills fired their head coach a couple days ago, that could have threw a wrench in everybody's plans in terms of this, offensive coordinator / head coach carousel, because they might promote Joe Brady from within, who's a fantastic offensive coordinator. Like that would be another top option for me would be Joe Brady, but I don't know what's going to happen in Buffalo, because Buffalo could reach back to Brian Daboll,
right,
and give him an opportunity. And last but not least, I think it'll be Mike McDaniel, man, who is he's going to get a head coaching job. So I could throw that out the window. You know what I mean? But those will be the three guys, because what we need right now, boss, is we need an offensive coordinator who understands the assignment. Kevin Patullo did not understand the assignment. He was handed the keys to a Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn put 87 in it. Blew up the whole engine, didn't do what he was supposed to do, didn't execute. It's pretty simple when you got these type of players. He just didn't have the basic knowledge or concepts on how to construct the offense around Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley. Makes no sense at all to me, man. I think the guys that I just named can have Jalen Hurts having a career year. You know what I'm saying? I think the guys that I named can do the opposite of lead the league in 3 and outs. And I'm desperately looking for an offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts in the Eagles offense, because I think my guy's kind of getting unfairly criticized. Like he ain't go to 2 Super Bowls, like he ain't win Super Bowl MVP. When he got a competent OC, you saw the best that you can get from him. And it was meat left on the bone with him going to 2 Super Bowls and winning it, because he never threw for 4,000 passing yards. You know what I mean? These are things that he's accomplished with OCs that were competent, winning Super Bowls and playing in big moments. So get him a competent OC. We already know. Listen, this week of football, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. If Dak was in the playoffs right now with a good defense, it'd be scary for the NFL, because
it would.
These guys out here turning the ball over left and right. They look young. They look scared.
Right.
Jalen and
this
Jalen
was our
Hurts
year.
And Dak got experience.
If we had a beat, right?
They got a certain pedigree,
right?
And it would have translated over, but unfortunately, Dak don't have the defense, and Jalen don't have the offense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's all. That's all the playoffs is missing. It's somebody who knows how to hold on to the ball. Honestly.
See, the thing is, man, when I look at Philly, I don't even know if it's coordinated with y'all, man, because y'all been the same for the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And when somebody is stumping mud holes and wins, everybody's gonna lock in on trying to really stop you and your tendencies.
Right.
So, it's Philly would have to, in my opinion, modernize. Y'all are a good boring. Like a lot of people hate boring.
Like the Spurs.
Yes, it's a perfect example.
Yeah,
it's a perfect example. It's like what to me with Jalen, the Philly fans don't need to fall for the hype of wanting him to be flashy. Mm-hmm. That's the trap. The trap is get behind that running game, let those 2 number ones get loose after that running game get loose, and then continue to bully people on that front. Because one of the things that y'all seem like y'all clearly was missing was your center. Like for real, because that tush push went way down. And that tush push was a secret weapon and a super weapon. When you could basically get to 3rd and 2 and it's automatic conversion, if you can be on the 1 yard line and run the same play and it's automatic 6, it's boring, but it won a lot of games. You see what I'm saying? So Philly fans, in my opinion, need to ignore the media, like what you said on Hurts. And then you know what's gonna happen on Hurts, man. What happened on every black quarterback, right? When they have or even look like they struggling.
That's
true. They start shitting on them, bro. Like that's what's gonna happen. But when I look at Hurts, like I don't see what other people see. Like I don't see him scanning the field and being that type of quarterback that's just gonna cut you up with his arm. But I do see that dude that's one of the best, or if not the best, at deep ball accuracy, hands down, and moving the ball. So to me, y'all got to rebuild y'all running game, y'all offensive line, And I'm gonna say something else. You might not like it, but Saquon started looking a little old to me this year.
No, it wasn't that, man. It was the offensive line was horrendous, man. Because this is. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
the Eagles. We don't want to be a flashy team. We don't want to look like those type of teams. But boss, it was there this year. I'm telling you, the first game against y'all, we saw elite football from Jalen Hurts in the first half. Second half, it went out the window. You know what I mean? Week 3, we saw an elite half against who was that? The Rams, because we had to come back from 19. The guy was elite in the second half. First half, it wasn't there. You know what I mean? Against the Bucks, he only had one incomplete pass in the first half.
right.
He didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's 2 times this year where he didn't complete a pass in the second half. So I'm saying is coordination and coordinators, because you're getting a tale of 2 halves way too often from the Philadelphia Eagles this year. That leads to me, that makes me believe that we have an offensive coordinator who just simply cannot adjust. He has no 15 scripted plays. He doesn't know what to do when teams counter. And that's why we're so stagnant. You know, Jalen Hurts ain't never lead the league in 3 and outs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ain't never lead the league in 3 and outs. So HTM Sports, he said Cooter had Daniel Jones and Taylor in MVP conversations. He worked wonders with Jalen and Barkley. I actually agree with that. Bob Cooter, they've been talking about him too. I think we brought him.
I'm seeing that. I can actually share my screen
that.
real quick. I see that because let me share my screen real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick. Y'all forgive me.
I don't think Saquon looked old. I mean, Saquon Barkley he led the league this year in getting hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
So, you know, it just.
Because he didn't because Saquon last year, man, like jumping over people backwards, bro.
This year. It was hard.
He was dope with them 2002, man. He looked like my eyes said, and listen, this is what I got to say too. When you are 4-3 and you lose a step, you still a 4-4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying he just didn't look same to me this year. You know what I mean? Like but what made me know that y'all was gonna be dangerous ahead when y'all first got Saquon is y'all put Saquon behind the number 1 line. I said, man, they finna be dangerous in the motherfucker. I knew it. I said, damn. And I y'all end up winning that thing.
I wanted Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it makes sense with y'all offensive line. And see, you know what's crazy, Lord? Y'all value offensive line even more than the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when me and you we did the draft show this year.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Nation was Matthew Golden. You and I forgot what was his name, the other guy. Smitty.
Yeah.
OG Smitty. OG and you. Boy, if y'all get that Booker, y'all was both on that, man. If y'all meant that, y'all was like, boy, get Booker. And I was saying, look, Philly values the offensive line. You know what I mean? So I think if y'all get a center, right?
We just paid this guy, man. And I think we paid him too early. He made the Pro Bowl this year, and he was horrible.
Yeah. Nah, y'all different, man. Y'all center game is different, bro. To me,
it's super. Look at how many. If you really look at film from Cam Jurgens this year, he was beat off the point of contact. So like just like a bull, like Matador, underlay. Like he ain't even touching nobody.
Right.
And people just running free at Saquon Barkley. And it's hard to operate like that, man, no matter who you are, man.
I'm going to say this, though, man. Regardless of what happened with your OC, I do know this. Philly going to be dangerous and Philly going to be a threat.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is why Philly has the formula. Y'all have fans that super hold everything in that thing accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You have a GM that almost got ran out that know better than to get complacent, right? Yep. So y'all have to meet the culture of don't get comfortable. Like, so that culture is going to make y'all likely get it right. And I won't be surprised if y'all do get Jim Coulter. To me, that would be a fit. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, I saw what happened with Kellen Moore. He tried to come over there with that Dallas shit, and y'all reined him in. It was the culture of Philly. Philly was like, bro, we run the ball over here, bro. This ain't Dallas.
And you know it's fun. It's crazy because you was like, oh, he gonna have y'all running 4 hitches.
And he did.
I was like, boss, I said the blueprint is there. All he got to do is run the ball. He'll be a head coach.
Right.
Just run the ball.
Facts.
Just run the ball, bro.
Facts.
Don't try to get too.
Facts.
Run the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all reined him in. Like that's why I say Philly has the culture. Like they, like and then and even if Jalen Hurts end up being something and start looking like he not fitting and not or if he's been figured out of that offense, I know Philly would get rid of him.
They get rid of anybody, man. Listen, man. We all for having parades. We all for having parades, man. We'll get rid of anybody. And the love that we got for Jalen Hurts in the city was earned, man. The man been to 2 Super Bowls. He's 1-1 in the Super Bowl.
He dope, bro. Like Jalen.
He's 2-0 in the NFC Championship games.
Yeah, he dope. Like
it's earned.
And see, Jalen. I cut for Jalen everything about Jalen. Like Jalen is that dude that I love his humility. I love that even when your head coach started trolling Kansas City on that first Super Bowl, like it looked like y'all had that thing in the bag, how he was so locked in that he told him, man, chill, bro. We got to win this thing. Like his mind is way more mature than people give him credit for. You know what I'm saying?
And you need that.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah.
I think he's about to turn 27 or he just turned 27. You know what I mean? You really, really need that, man. You need to be mature in this league. You got to be able to be a leader amongst men. And you got to hold yourself accountable.
Man,
you know
it looked like, but I'm gonna be honest, man, it looked like it looked like a civil war brewing over there if it ain't already fully fledged going on, man. I'm seeing a divide with Philly from the outside. Like I ain't in y'all business because I stay in my own house. But I hear the noise from my neighbor, bro, and I'm seeing a divide on Philly with Hurts, bro. It looked like it's a major storm getting ready to come his way because, like I say, y'all will hold people accountable. So it looked like y'all kind of divided. It looked like y'all got people that's like, bro, we got to ride it out and figure out how to fix it. And then there's some people, let's throw them away and let's go get us a prototype.
I think it was some of that in the beginning of the season until the last game of the season when our backup came in and was asked to run that same offense and it looked the same. You know what I mean? I think it was a little bit of that until the playoffs started, and then you see guys turning the ball over left and right, just things that Jalen Hurts ain't doing in the postseason.
Yeah.
I think that the playoffs made us appreciate Jalen Hurts anymore. It made us appreciate him much more. You're talking about a guy that just won a division repeatedly, and that ain't happened in 2 decades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We could be looking at winning the NFC East for a 3rd straight year this year. You know what I mean? That just don't happen in the division, the only division where every team got multiple rings. That just don't happen in this division. It's always some type of fight. Right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's always sounding like it's a divide until that next man come in the game and don't do it the way he do it.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give you the secret sauce. I never said the secret sauce, but I'm going to tell you the secret sauce. I ain't going to never say it again because I don't help my enemy. You help me, so I'm going to help you. Embrace boring, Philly.
Oh yeah,
embrace it. Like don't let these people talk you into fancy shit. Don't let them talk you out of tush push. Don't let them talk you out of, you know what I'm saying? A dude always try to talk you out of what work.
All the time.
They always try to talk you out of what work. It's like
they they on Twitter. Oh, Jalen Hurts ain't never throw for 30 touchdown passes. He ain't never do that. He never do that. He won a Super Bowl, man.
You ain't got to do that. If you
he won a Super Bowl, man. He won a Super Bowl.
And this is where people hate when I say I love the boring Dak more than any of them. Mm-hmm. I love 2016 Dak. I love the Dak that was putting that ball in the hand. In the stomach of Zeke. That was my favorite. That Dak was winning 90% of games.
Yeah.
You know,
having to come out there and complete 18, 20 passes.
Yeah. Dak needs to throw that ball 30 times, bro. That's why I can see Cowboy fans, we like sexy, bro. I'm telling you, we like popcorn. That's why we too drunk on Pickens right now. And I love Pickens, but we not focused on really having a physical front like we should and having a run game. If we really got serious about a run game with Dak, we'll win that bitch. If we fix our D and we get a run game behind Dak and say, man, you just throwing this thing 30 times, he gonna give you the best 30 throws ever. I promise you.
And the thing about it is y'all are able to look around and see how teams are winning championships, man.
They running
we won our championships by running the ball.
That's right.
Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards rushing. The one that Nick Foles won, we was the #1 rushing team in the league.
Yep.
We played great defense and we ran the ball. The Chiefs, they won a lot of their championships being able to run the ball, dual head monsters, Kareem Hunt and Pacheco and stuff like that.
Right.
Sam Darnold is going to the NFC Championship. He threw the ball 12 times yesterday.
Right.
He protected the ball. He didn't have to throw a lot, and he let them running backs go to work.
Facts, bro. So listen, man, I promised that we was gonna do 15 minutes. I lied. My boy Loa gave us 45. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all now we go do some work this off season. We got a tradition we've been keeping where when we get close to the draft, we start having simulator wars. One of the dopest shows going where we literally competing in the draft on who go build these teams. And that's gonna give us another chance to have these type of collabs where we get a chance to really learn. Cause I love knowing my opponent, bro. Because it shocked me. Because it really did shock me as y'all was on y'all way to the Super Bowl, and we was hating Kellen, and then I looked over at y'all was hating Gannon. I was like, but I only learned that from listening to y'all. I never would have got that from listening to Philly media. It was when I was doing like joint shows with you and Smitty and I would hear y'all discussing the defense and stuff like that, especially on the back end. And I would be like, damn, they don't like Gannon? Because on the outside, it looked like y'all was dope. You know what I'm saying? It looked like y'all was. So listen, it's a great value, y'all. Trust me to follow him. And then Philly Cats, y'all can follow me.
Definitely follow Boss, y'all. It's a great value to follow Boss, man. One of the most knowledgeable, smooth at what he do. And I like Boss because Boss is telling the truth. They got some truth tellers over there now. Boss is not too high or too low. He know they got work to do, but he gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many guys you gonna say here to say they like boring deck? Because boring deck equates to wins. That ultimately is the best thing for y'all.
Yeah.
You know how many Dallas Cowboys content creators that eat if y'all won a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Who?
Come on, bro. Listen, Boss, I know about that Super Bowl money. That Super Bowl money different.
You told me what them hats did, bro. Ooh.
Bro, that Super Bowl money different.
Bro, you listen, bro. You serve that thing. Like, listen, bro. Anybody that do content and understand the power of merch and how predicted you said it was her season before they made it, bro. That was so money, dog. It was like you hit,
bro. Then it's like, if you're gonna get behind the player, you gotta get behind the player. You either gonna ride with it, it's gonna crash and burn or whatever. But when I said it was hurt season, and then this dude turned around and went to the Super Bowl that year, bro, he ain't even win it, Boss. He didn't even win it.
Them dudes was rocking your hats, dog.
Bro, he didn't even win it, bro.
He didn't even win it.
I had the mocks mocked up for when he won it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Boy. Yeah.
But then 2 years later, a year and a half later, when he won it, them same mocks was still on my computer. Then he won Super Bowl MVP. I came out with the hurt season Super Bowl MVP hats. Boy, them just was gone. And don't you know how ESPN would be like, your team has finally won a Super Bowl. Grab your merch. Boy, I went live with my commercial right on YouTube. Hey, grab your limited hurt season. You ain't got to follow the machine when you your own machine.
Man. And see, you played that like the stock market. You bought that bitch low and rolled that. Excuse me. I don't mean to curse like that on your channel. You bought it low, bro, and rolled that stock up. Like anybody that just respect. And let me just be honest, Cowboy Nation. Y'all heard what he said. A lot of us, that's what we don't do with our quarterback. That's one thing Philly go do. They go rock with him. Now they divided now, but man, when you doing something, they go ride with you, bro. So a lot of us need to do better with that, Cowboy Nation, in terms of rocking with Dak. He the right one, y'all. He the right one. We got to build around Dak. It's that simple. So I'm gonna give my final word, man. First of all, thank you, bro. I'm loving these Intel series. These are the best series, bro, because I learned so much about my competitors, and now I'm learning about the coaches, man. So we gonna continue to give these type of content. He made time for us, man. So y'all make sure that y'all follow him. I'm gonna show his channel again.
Appreciate y'all, man.
He's the guy to follow, man. He's the guy that I follow for sure. He's the guy that when I'm trying to see what's going on, I'm going over to see what Lord talking about. If they have a crash out game and I want to know who go keep it real on what just happened, I go to Lord. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all follow him. That's my final word, man. What's yours, big dog?
You already know, man. All my Eagles fans that's in the stream right now, make sure y'all follow Boss Cowboy, one of the dopest. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. We're gonna see where this land with this offensive coordinator thing. We got more content coming this week. As always, stay tapped in.
Stay tapped in, man. We out, man. Yeah, so we out, man. Give your intro one more time, man. So buy me some time to play this music.
Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles.
We out. Good shit, my dog.
Yes, sir. You already know, bro. You know where I'm at if you need me, man.
Let's go, man. We gonna do it.
All right.
All right.